on this play. Got Morgan Fox all up in his life, takes him down. Looked like he rolled on the ankle. Murray ends up limping off the field. And he was done for the time being. On the other side, you got John Wolford, a quarterback for the Rams. Jared Goff hurt, trying to get him back for the playoffs. In these Super Bowl eras, the first guy to make a start in his team's last game with a chance to make the playoffs. Doesn't work out there because Jordan Hicks with the pick. First pass of his career ends in a big turnover. Cardinals have the ball. So here comes a guy from the CFL, Chris Streveler. He's in for Murray. Short pass to Jonathan Ward. He gets in. Cardinals are up 7-0. 37 ticks and a half. It's a 7-5 game at this point. Streveler throws that. Going the other way. Troy Hill taking it to the residents. 84 yards. And the Rams are out front. 12-7 into the half. All right, Cardinals offense kind of stagnant. 107 yards on 29 plays through 3 quarters. So Murray, get back out there, limp in, and make something happen. They're down 18-7. Murray playing through the pain, looking for Trent Sherfield. 26 yards, good ball. Very next play, Murray gets it going to Dan Arnold. Zips that for 25. Cardinals offense picking it up now. Later in the drive, 3rd and goal from the 19. Murray for DeAndre Hopkins. That's a good combo. But Jalen Ramsey knocks it away. Cardinals wanted interference. They don't get it. The Rams go on to win 18-7. They'll play Seattle Saturday. The Cardinals are bounced at 8-8.
Packers aren't going to have to play next weekend. They're the #1 seed. Brager all they had to do was beat the Bears or have somebody lose along the way. But they handled this. The Bears, because Arizona lost, they're in regardless of the outcome here. First quarter, David Montgomery caps off a touchdown drive that lasted 13 plays, 7 minutes, 29 seconds. So the Packers then, their first drive went all the way into the second quarter. 12 plays, 7:36. Aaron Rodgers, Robert Tonyan, and it's 7-7. Rodgers' 45th TD pass of the season. So there have been 2 drives in the game to that point. Rodgers, this is a shorter drive. 3 plays, 78 yards, 72 of them right there. Marquez Valdes-Scantling with the bomb and got it. We look at this again because Rodgers is smart. The Bears are going to blitz. Robert Quinn's coming in off the edge. MVS is on an LB, and that, with a really fast guy, is not the matchup you want. Stacks up Danny Trevathan, runs by him, and, well, if this is a foot race, and in a way it is, it's all about the guy in green and gold, number 83. Rodgers, new career high, 46 TD passes. He's going to end the year with 48. He was perfect in the first half, 10 for 10. We're waiting, hoping he can call into this show.
Tomorrow night,
excuse me, I was a little premature with that. Rodgers escapes pressure, then nearly has it picked. Come on. One more time. A couple of times when he scrambled, he threw bad balls. I mean, that's right there. Saw his guy, Lazard. Instead, Kindle Vildor almost had it. And Rodgers is going to, there'll be no more of that. Devontae Adams there for a first down. Keeps the clock running, keeps the sticks moving. Get Aaron Jones maybe to grind this thing out. Plows in there. Packers at that point, 28-16. Another 7.5-minute drive. And then Rodgers, he's going to take care of all the family reception business right there. Hits his man Adams, who ties Sterling Sharp's club record, 18 touchdown passes in a season. Breaks Sharp's franchise record, 115 receptions, and the dude missed 2.5 games. The Bears go down to the Packers, as they usually do when playing Rodgers, 35-16.
So the Bears clinch the 7th seed in the playoffs thanks to the loss by the Cardinals. Chicago, the 3rd team in NFL history, reached the playoffs despite a 6-game losing streak, along with the 2014 Panthers and the 70 Bengals. They play the 2-seed Saints, making their 4th playoff appearance, 4th straight, I should say. They haven't won a Super Bowl since 2009. The Rams, who showed you clinching a spot, John Wolford is the quarterback. They're the first team to clinch a playoff spot in Week 17. For the first time starting quarterback since the playoffs expanded to 12 teams back in 1990. They get the West champs, Seattle Seahawks. Seattle's 12 wins, their most since 2014 when they lost Super Bowl 49 to the Patriots when they should have faked it to Marshawn and thrown to him in the flat. Tom Brady and the Bucs, the 5 seed, taking on Washington. It's Brady's 18th time in the playoffs in 20 NFL seasons. The only years he missed were his rookie year in 2000 And he played one game, and in 2008 when he tore his ACL in week 1 and missed the rest of the season. So brand new deal, Tim. 14 playoff teams, 2 sit out the first week. What's your most interesting matchup in the NFC?
You know, surprisingly, I'm going with that 2 seed versus 7 seed. You know, the Saints hosting the Chicago Bears. And I just think it's an interesting one because the Bears have a really good defense. Their run game is getting better. It's been improving towards the end of the season. The quarterback, for all of his flaws, is playing the best football of his career. And you go back to the Week 8 matchup, it was an overtime game. Yes, it was Nick Foles as the starting quarterback for the Chicago Bears, but it took a Will Lutz kick to win it for the Saints. You know, the Bears did a nice job on Alvin Kamara in the run game, and I think it would take an effort like that to a team like the Saints that is dealing with, you know, missing players this past week because of virus protocols. But I actually think this one could be a good one. I know New Orleans is going to be favorited heavily, but I think the Chicago Bears are going to make it a much tougher contest than a lot of people probably think it will be.
Tim, there's also an American Football Conference since the merger. We're going to get your thoughts on that when we come back. Stay around, please.
I'll give him a hint.
Well, Aaron Rodgers capped off a 2020 season by throwing for 4 touchdowns and 240 yards on 19 of 24 passing. Finished the season with 48 touchdowns. That's a lot. Every other guy who's reached that mark has actually won the MVP. Will he do that this season? It's really more about the Super Bowl. New on SportsCenter, Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, it gives us that opportunity. That's a different year. So the home field advantage might not mean the exact same as in years past, obviously, with the home field crowd. That can make a difference certain times in the game. But it's important. You know, we know the weather is an issue always in these months. So we'll definitely be hoping for some cold, frigid temperatures in a couple weeks. I think we need the bye. We need a couple guys to get healthy. We're a little banged up. And then obviously the weather is a big factor, a big helper for us in Green Bay. So I'm not worried about any rust or anything. We've been real solid all season in situational football, and we were again today on third down in red zone. So I like our chances moving forward.
What's the message to the guys not to get this time off?
Don't get COVID.
Hey, makes a lot of sense, dude. Real talk. So Rodgers, again, impressive with those 4 touchdowns against the Bears. 11th career game with at least 3 passing touchdowns against Chicago. I mentioned those 48 passing touchdowns, 5th most all-time in a single season in NFL history. And, yeah, everyone who reached 48 has won.